My name is Leilani Thatcher, a tour guide at the Library of Lost Things. This is The Doorstep Project, Episode 37, Host Hospitality. The story of the snow ghost has been told hundreds of times with many different iterations. The setting of this story is highly debated. Most agree that she was found in the Appalachian Mountains, though the exact location is unknown and often argued over. Even her name, the snow ghost, has been changed many times over the years. Here we call her Host Hospitality. The Appalachian Mountains are believed to be crawling with cryptids, so perhaps Host Hospitality is just another creature in the forest. And I know what you're going to say, Gavin. I don't believe in monsters, but I don't want to test it with the Appalachian Mountains. The man wasn't really looking for anyone. He had to make sure everyone was off the slopes, but the staff were all accounted for, and it was too early in the season to have many guests. He just had to check. It was protocol. He saw her lying under a tree. Rather, he saw her big gray coat at the base of a tree, but wrapped inside was a young woman. The man woke her up frantically, offering to get help. She refused the help. The man offered to take her back to the lodge for a warm meal and to call someone. The woman said no one was looking for her. The man did take her to the lodge, and they offered her a room for the night, clean clothes, and food. She accepted these things gratefully, and the staff moved on. Here the story splits. Usually around the campfire, storytellers say that she disappeared that night, left her room, food, and clothes all untouched, and disappeared without a word. The logical ones say that she cleaned her room and called a ride, leaving early in the morning. But that's not much of a story, is it? The next morning, the woman woke up and began to clean her room and the empty rooms around the hallway. They found a pile of dirty rags in the laundry room, and a note thanking the hosts and apologizing for the mess. The staff was grateful for her help and offered her to stay another night if she needed. Again, the woman said no one was looking for her. The owner's wife heard of the helpful young woman and her sad situation and offered her a room for the season. The woman accepted and began to work. By the end of the season, she was an invaluable member of the team. She cleaned rooms, served people in the restaurant, washed dishes, checked guests into their room, and even taught a ski class once or twice. Everyone loved her and was very sad when the season came to an end and the woman said goodbye. The owner's wife offered her a job for the next year. For many years after, perhaps even to this day, the lodge leaves a room vacant for her every season, just in case she needs a place to stay. People often wonder if she came back. It's a logical question for a normal story, but this is no normal story, and that question has no normal answer. The staff doesn't really know if she ever came back. Even if she did, they would not recognize her. The staff had never seen her face. They knew she was there. She talked with them through doors and left notes in the laundry room or at the desk when she needed help. The guests knew her. Customers at the restaurant were often seated and served without any server approaching the table, and they tipped generously. Ski classes were taught without any instructor in sight, and every student had success. When the front desk was left unattended, guests would still be checked in and often requested the young woman to help them during their stay. And yet, no one ever saw her. Even the man who found her couldn't describe her face. She'd been wearing a winter coat at the time, and her face was hidden deep in her hood. The guests talked about her often, some for years to come. I guess it's difficult to forget a woman named Hospitality. Thank you for listening to The Doorstep Project. This audio drama was created and produced by Family Friendly Podcasts. If you enjoyed the podcast, leave a rating and review on your podcast app of choice or share it with a friend. Leilani and the project will be back next week. Until then, write every day. One day, your story could be in a museum. The Doorstep Project is produced by Family Friendly Podcasts. It was written, edited, and performed by AJ Barton. Sound effects for this podcast are provided by Zapsplat. Music used in this podcast includes Reawakening by Kevin McLeod, licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. You can learn more at his website, incompetech.com, or at creativecommons.org. Both music and sound effects have been changed and edited by AJ Barton. Links for websites, information, and contact can be found in the description of the episode. Would you like to submit your story or art to the Doorstep Project? You can find information for story submission at familyfriendlypodcast.com/The Doorstep Project. Information on CC by 4.0 licenses can be found at creativecommons.org.